So 10 things to bear in mind when combining radio, any traditional media really, with social. The first is to use traditional media as a social driver. So, I think a lot of marketers and a lot of broadcasters have Facebook pages and have Twitter accounts, and they kind of think that if you build it, they will come. Well, they won't come unless you tell them that it's there. And don't just use your broadcast time to tell people that you have a Facebook or Twitter account. Actually tell them what they can expect to do there. So really kind of try and drive them to that space. Converse in the traditional space. So if someone says something on Twitter or on Facebook, could you take that soundbite, could you take that comment and make it a part of your next broadcast? It really serves to excite customers and demonstrate that your brand is listening. Use traditional media as the prize. So if you develop competitions on social media, announce the winners on traditional. That's going to create buzz in both the online and offline space. Continue the story in social media. So obviously you're going to get a much wider audience, particularly in South Africa, via radio or television. So start the story in traditional media, get the hook going, but then continue that narrative online. So you drive people to those online channels. Be open to feedback. All social media channels are communication channels, dialogue channels. People are going to have things to say. You might not like all of it, but listen to it because you're going to find feedback and things of value there. Promote your online content. Again, I don't know why, but people think if you build it, they will come. And it really isn't true. If you put stuff online, particularly in South Africa where we don't have the hugest online audience, unless you promote that content, it's probably not going to get viewed. So put aside some of your traditional media budget to promote content online. Paid search or paid display is a great way to do that. Redefine the landing page. So I think a lot of broadcasters are still, when there is a call to action to go to online, are sending people to the website. But actually, if you try to create a conversation or extend the dialogue, then actually Facebook may be a better place to drive people. Respond with traditional media. So, when you are listening on the social web, people have things to say, ideas, complaints, whatever they may be, amplify them back using traditional media, and it really can spread the message louder. Use online media to organize offline events, and then test with social media. So social media is a great way to actually ask people what they think about that new content idea or that new campaign idea, get feedback, and then start to use those insights in what you're doing. I think the most important thing to recognize that, as Aaron McPherson from Yahoo says, consumers around the world today want to be informed and entertained on their own time and in their own way. Listen to your audience, she says, because listen in real time and adjust the content. So I think for me, this notion of adjusting the content in real time is becoming critical. I think that being responsive is probably now the most critical success factor in this kind of always-on landscape. The days of us being able to dictate programming on our terms is over. Today we really have to communicate at the speed of culture. So the guys from Chill Worldwide say, you can call it whatever you want, call it always on, call it 24/7, whatever term you use, the age of the agile consumer is here. And I think Wendy Clark from Coca-Cola really breaks it down well. She says, we started off with social media. Then everyone started saying, well, that's a bit of a limited term. Let's talk about social marketing. And then people said, hey, we don't have to just make viral videos. Let's make viral products and services. Let's reorientate our business around people. And everyone started to talk about social business. Well, now, she says, we're in the era of social reality. And social reality is when everything is on all the time. And in this social reality, silence is no longer an option. Because if you're silent, your truth will be filled in for you. And so as a result, she says, and this is something I think we all need to really take to heart, speed trumps perfection. This is an industry that for too long has worked on the basis that we can plan and research and plan until we're ready to say something. But saying something is meaningless unless you say it at the right time. Speed trumps perfection. So this is a piece of work that Oreos did a couple of years ago as a 100-year-old brand, really embracing this need to be responsive.